Let me guess, you're a business owner and every year tax season hits, it's like a surprise party that you didn't actually want. You made good money, your business grew, but now you're staring at a number that you owe to the IRS and you're wondering how the heck are you gonna pay it? If that sounds familiar, I wanna show you how to break that cycle once and for all. Because the truth is, this isn't about how much money you earn, it's about what you do with the money that you earn. And if you don't have a system to set aside money for the taxes as you earn the money, then tax time will always feel stressful, even if you're doing well. Now, I've talked to hundreds of business owners about this, and what I hear most often is some version of, I meant to set money aside, but I got too busy, or I wanted to be disciplined this year, but cash flow was tight, or I figured I'd catch up later, but then I didn't. And it's not a discipline issue. That's the thing. It's not a knowledge issue, it's a systems issue. Because if you're running your business, you're managing clients, you're managing sales, you're managing your team members, inventory, and on top of that, you're trying to remember to set aside 30% of every payment into your tax savings account, it's just not gonna happen. It's an unsustainable process, not when you're already wearing 10 hats as a business owner. So here's the fix. You need to automate your tax savings. And I'm not talking mentally, not with sticky notes and not just with your best intentions. You need to set a rule in sequence that says every time I get paid, I'm gonna move 30% or 25% to my tax account. That's it. Now, every time that money hits your account, whether it's $200 from a client invoice or $5,000 from a big project, or maybe it's $50,000 from a big successful client launch, well, Sequence moves that percentage automatically to your tax account. You don't need to log in, you don't have to click anything, you don't even have to think about it. Your tax savings just builds. Now, let me give you a few examples of what that looks like in real life. Jasmine runs a nail salon in Atlanta. She's been using Sequence and she used to have great months, still does, then panic every single April because she forgets to move her money to taxes. Now, every single time that she gets a Square deposit or a Venmo payment, 25% goes straight into her tax account and she hasn't missed a payment since setting that up. Then there's Mike, who is a general contractor in New Jersey, and before Sequence, he was always behind. Made good money, but the cash was always tied up. Now, 30% of every single client deposit goes to his tax fund before he ever sees it, and tax time doesn't rattle him anymore. This isn't just about peace of mind, it's also about control, because when you know your taxes are already taken care of, you make better decisions with the money that's left over. You're not holding on to everything out of fear. You're not overspending and hoping that you'll catch up later. You're working from a real accurate picture of what's actually available when it comes to your money. And I can show you exactly how this works. See, inside of Sequence, you create a rule that's tied to your income source. Here we have our business income, and we've already created an account for our taxes. Again, all we need to do is click Create Pod, and we can create a tax account instantly. From there, all we need to do is click and drag to create our rule, and in this case, I've set it up. So as you can see here, we automatically have money going to our 4 core accounts. In this case, it's 20% going to the tax account, it's 50% going to operating expenses, 20% to the owner's pay, and the remaining 10% to profit. So every single time this person makes money, we have 20% automatically going into the tax account and everything else is being distributed. And again, that's no matter if it's $200, $5,000, or $50,000. And it could be from Stripe, from Square, from Zelle, from your traditional checking account, all of that. We can sync in here, set it up so that it's automated and takes care of it every single time. And you can even go a step further and add a rule like if a payment's over $5,000, I want to move an extra 5% to cover future growth or savings as like a safe harbor type account. And I can show you exactly how you do that as well. So in this case, if we wanted to add another savings account for the business, call this Biz Savings. Simple as that, we've got it created. And now all we need to do is click on our rules, add a condition. So now, if the money coming in is less than $5,000, it'll send 20% to taxes, 50% to the operating expenses, 20% to owner's pay, and 10% to profit. And if it's greater than $5,000, we can set up a different set of rules to send that extra 5% to our business savings account. So what we'll do here is 20% to taxes, 45% to our operating expenses, 20% to owner's pay, 10% to our profit, and the remaining 5% to our business savings. And just like that, we've set up the system to cover if it's below $5,000, we're always setting money aside for taxes. If it's above $5,000, we're always setting money aside for taxes, but we also added in that additional variable so that we're setting aside money for our business savings account, automated, never have to change it, and we're all ready to go. And yes, you can change the percentage based on your tax structure, whether you're S Corp, Sole Prop, LLC, it's totally customizable. And by the way, you need to check with your accountant to get the exact number that's right for you and your situation. And the best part is, once you set it, it just runs. Whether you get paid on a Tuesday morning or a Saturday night, Sequence is gonna move the money for you based on the rules that you designed. You're not reacting, you're executing a plan that you've designed. And if you ever wanna pause it, you ever wanna edit it or update the rule, it takes about 15 seconds. Listen, tax season shouldn't be stressful, but if you're waiting until March to figure out where your money is, it's always going to be stressful. And you can set up your system now, automate your tax savings, and give yourself the freedom to focus on growth, not scrambling to pay last year's tax bill. Click below, get started today, and let's make tax time boring for once. And if you want to learn more, make sure to watch our next video to learn how you can run your business finances in just 15 minutes a month. Are you ready to simplify your money? Try Sequence today.